Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talkin Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today. Courtesy of our friends across the pond at boxing247.com. And we're going to start off with a bit of headlining news from across the pond featuring Tyson Fury and the heavyweight division and what is called sensational news. Let me just say, at the end of the day, this is not sensational at all. It's news, yes. Tyson Fury has agreed to fight Derek Chisora, a trilogy match, on December 3rd, to be held at Tottenham Spurs Football Club. Fine. They may or may not attract 65,000 people to that stadium. They may or may not beat the 2 million TV viewers who watched the all-female fight the other night. But you know what's sensational news? I'll tell you what's sensational news. Let me flip over to my U.S. friends and read you some sensational news. Oscar de la Hoya donates $1 million to Whyte Memorial Hospital. Let me go on further. Adventist Health Whyte Memorial will be able to expand its capacity to offer chemotherapy treatment to breast cancer patients thanks to a recent $1 million donation from boxing superstar and East Los Angeles native Oscar de la Hoya. The donation from the 10-time world champion was founded and who founded and leads Golden Boy Promotions in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, will allow for a significant expansion of breast cancer services for the Boyle Heights community. Said Oscar, he said, "My mother died of breast cancer at the age of 39, and there's not a day that goes by that I wonder what more I could have done to help extend her life. Unfortunately, Los Angeles has an untold number of women sitting in a terrible situation, lacking access to the kind of care that can save their lives. I am hopeful that this donation can help raise awareness and lead other people who've been as blessed as I to offer similar support." Sorry about that. Said John Raful, president of the Adventist Health Whyte Memorial Hospital, "Oscar is a major philanthropist, donor, and partner to our hospital. We're continually honored and blessed by his generosity." That is sensational news, my friends. On the undercard, by the way, of the Fury-Chisora fight, we're going to see Daniel Dubois take on, I believe, a South African fighter. Kevin Lerena. For further information on that story, Google it. Moving along, Beatriz Ferreira will make her much anticipated professional debut at the Rocketmore Fieldhouse in Cleveland on Saturday, November 12th, and that's going to be shown on DAZN. Ferreira penned a long-term promotional deal with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn in the summer, and the amateur world champion and Olympic silver medalist will step through the ropes for the first time in the paid ranks in Cleveland against fellow Brazilian Tânia Cardoso, who's 5-0, by the way, with one knockout over 4 rounds. The 29-year-old Ferreira is itching to get started in the pro game and wants to get active as she targets adding professional world title honors to her impressive amateur background. In other Matchroom news, Matchroom's newest stateside signing, Richard Hitchens, fights for his first pro title when he takes on Yomar Alamo for the IBF North American Super Lightweight title. And Raymond Ford continues to catch the eye in the rise in the featherweight division and defends his WBA Continental Americas title in Cleveland against Zakaria Lucas, and Christian Tapia takes on Cleveland's Thomas Metis for the WBA Continental Americas Super Featherweight title. Pretty cool stuff. Love's older brother, by the way, and Olympian Raynell Williams continues his return to boxing against fellow Ohioan. Here we go with this name. Sorry about this, chaps. Rizzy Mignon Ford. And Khalil Ko faces unbeaten Bradley Omida, and Nikolai Sajnishvili meets Ohio's David Rodriguez. Some tough names there. I apologize for the mispronunciations. Wasn't expecting that one. Wasn't expecting to go to the end of that particular story, actually. It was all about Beatriz Ferreira to start, and all of a sudden it kind of branched out into a full card announcement. Speaking of, Ray's Boxing Promotions will host Down and Dirty 4 Saturday, October 29th at the Lowell Auditorium in Lowell, Massachusetts. Tickets are on sale now, and it'll also be available on Ray's Boxing TV online. With a total of 15 fights featuring boxers from Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Florida, Missouri, Louisiana, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, and Paraguay, Ray's Boxing Promotions is providing an opportunity for fighters from all over, and that is saying a lot for sure. Doing a great job putting that card together. Hats off to them. Headlining is a 6-round junior lightweight contest between Massachusetts natives Gabriel Morales, he's 4-0, out of Lowell, and Lawrence's Kevin Rodriguez, he's 3-1. Both are popular local fighters, and the winner takes home the ABF Atlantic 130-pound championship. In the co-featured bout of the evening, Nicholas St. Nick Molina battles 24-fight veteran Ricardo Tata Ocampa out of Argentina for the ABF lightweight title. Molina, by the way, is 10-0. He's got 4 knockouts, is a Lowell native that's fought his entire career in New England. The well-traveled Ocampo has fought in Argentina, Australia, Canada, Puerto Rico, and 3 different U.S. states. So that's going to be a pretty good matchup there in the co-featured bout of the evening. Also on this particular card, we see 2012 Olympic boxing medalist Yamaguchi the Problem Falcoa, who's defending his NABA and WBC Latino super middleweight titles against Alex Taran in a 10-round tilt. Falcoa's outstanding professional record is 22-1, by the way, with 9 knockouts, and he's won all 3 of his fights in 2022 and looks to close out the year in style for sure. Taran, by the way, is 23-8 with 15 knockouts, and he's faced some of boxing's best and defeated contender Adama Osumanu back in 2021. In a 6-round junior welterweight battle, Brazil's William Babyface Silva squares off against Carlos Suarez out of Argentina. Silva is 20-4 with 16 knockouts, looks to make a run at the 130-pound division if victorious. Suarez is 8-3, 4 knockouts, has faced 2 of boxing pound-for-pound stars in Mordujon Akhmadaliev and Shakur Stevenson. Falco and Silva are both promoted by Fire Fist Boxing Promotions, by the way. Ray's Boxing Promotions newly signed junior middleweight Chris Thompson out of Kansas City, Missouri, meets Paraguay's Jorge Sosa. Thompson's perfect record of 8-0 with 4 wins by knockout, and who scored a second-round knockout in August 27th in Topeka, Kansas. The winner of the Thompson-Sosa claims the ABF 154-pound title. Good to know. Elsewhere on this card, junior welterweight Marquis Bates faces once beaten Jonathan Montreal in an 8-round contest for the ABF 140-pound championship. Born and raised in Taunton, Massachusetts, Bates is 11-4 with 8 knockouts as a pro. He's riding a 4-fight win streak, 3 of which came by knockout. Hailing from New Orleans, Louisiana, Montreal's an excellent 13-1. Wow. With 8 knockouts, he's fought most of his career in Louisiana, but is coming to Massachusetts with supreme confidence. For sure. Good stuff happening down in Massachusetts. Let's go across the pond. Quick little look at Gully Power. He's making his pro debut in Wolverhampton on October 30th. Let's have a look at his career. Gully Power is determined to bolt through the upper echelons of the super bantamweight division, starting with his pro debut. His first punches for pay come when BCB Promotions return to the Hangars event venue in Wolverhampton. As I said, that's on Sunday afternoon, October 30th. His pro journey begins in his home city, by the way, where he spent his entire amateur career learning his craft at the Wolverhampton Boxing Club. He's only 20 years old. He's actually from Whitmore Reans and will continue to be coached by ex-pro Richie Carter, having left the amateur code behind after this year's national championships in the UK. Wow, there's quite a bit more information on this particular fella, who we look forward to seeing, and his result coming up soon after his fight on October 30th. But go to boxing247.com for more information on Gully Power. Elsewhere, Jermaine Osbourne-Edwards is gearing up for the championship distance as he looks to build up added time in the ring. And his development continues also via BCB Promotions at the Hangar Events venue in Wolverhampton, again on October 30th. He has a 6-round competition coming up. And he has spent his time in the Marydale Boxing Club. The 33-year-old welterweight has marched into battle for all 5 pro contests at the Hangar on home turf, having grown up on the Dovercoats estate and now living in Pendeford. Some 12 months on from his debut, so he's only been pro ranks a year. Osbourne-Edwards has built up an initial 4-round points whitewash, a 40-36 scoreline recorded over MJ Hall. An explosive first-round stoppage followed and saw Bulgarian visitor Krasakir Vasiliev visit the canvas 5 times in just 152 seconds, adding their TKO to his ledger. Sorry about the laughter there. That was a good line. Osbourne-Edwards then rolled over Alphonse Alexander and Paul Skyfe. He feels he belongs over the long haul, having prepared in the gym for title tests that might well be in his future. And he said, I class myself as a 6-round fighter now, so there's no more sparring, just 4 and 6-rounders for me. I need to be stepping up. I've never done 10 rounds before, even in sparring, until this training camp. And I've proved that I'm capable of going through all the gears. It's made me a lot sharper. I'm doing 10 rounds straight through against the amateurs in the gym with a fresh lad getting chucked in against me after every couple of rounds. That means I've had to adapt some different paces and styles against lads who are around me, who are around my weight, or sometimes a bit heavier. They'll just jump in and start buzzing around me. I like that. My last pro fight felt like my debut in that I hadn't done the rounds before and I wasn't sure what to expect. In the end, 6 rounds didn't really feel like anything. The opponent was all right, but he didn't really throw all that much, so I couldn't really counter and let my shots go. It was good for my boxing IQ, though. I still don't feel like I've shown how hard I can punch. My stoppage came after the other lad felt the power and didn't want to know. He kept going down until the referee stepped in. Yes. Let's move along now to super bantamweight Peter Mcgrail. He was heading to Tokyo on December 13th for a fight against, and I hope I can pronounce this fellow's name. Here it comes. Peter Mcgrail will have unfinished business on his mind when he fights on the undercard of a monster show in Japan this December. The brilliantly gifted super bantamweight has secured a place on the undercard of the huge undisputed world bantamweight title showdown between Naoya Inoue and Paul Butler in Tokyo. Mcgrail returns to Japan on December 13th, ready to draw a line under the disappointment of his Olympic exit in the country last year and show the world of boxing why he remains destined for the pinnacle of the sport. The Liverpool fighter headlined his first show at Probellum Liverpool 2 on Saturday night and delivered a performance worthy of its billing as he broke the spirit of Alexander Espinoza and forced him to retire at the start of round number 6. Mcgrail is now 5-0 with 4 knockouts, now turns his attention to an 8-round contest with Hironori Miyake at the Ariake Arena and ending 2022 with a bang in Japan. I've got unfinished business in Japan, Mcgrail said. The last time I was there, I had a better of a trip with the team. I had a trip that was for me and the best for the rest of my life. And I'm proud of where I got to as an amateur and going to Olympics. But I just feel as though I've got unfinished business. And it would be nice to go over there and get the win. I should have got a few wins. I was there last time, but it's a different game now. That was the amateurs, but I've got unfinished business. Fair enough, and let's look forward to those results as they come in from Japan. And that, my friends, wraps us up for today. Oh, no, I've got one more story for you. Jumping ahead here. Lightweight prodigy Emiliano El General Vargas, the youngest fighting son of former junior middleweight world champion Ferocious Fernando Vargas and one of boxing's blue chip talents, has inked a multi-year promotional contract with Top Rank. Trained by his father, Vargas is a 7-time national amateur champion who turned 18 in April. The Las Vegas native will make his Top Rank debut in a 4-rounder Saturday, November 12th at Pearl Concert Theater at Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas on the undercard of the Janabak Alam Haluli Senezisia Estrada World Title Doubleheader. Wow, I got to get news. I don't think I've announced that one. I'll have to get news on that one. The Vargas bout will stream live and exclusively in the U.S. on ESPN+. Good stuff out of Las Vegas. That brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you later on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Knuckle Up featuring Mike Orr and Cedric Ben. Until then, have a good day.